crusher. Would you believe it, guys? We are back already. And we're on a golf course playing disc golf. It's getting more and more popular to play disc golf on golf courses. And where are we?
We are in Franklin, Massachusetts.
Franklin, Massachusetts. We're at Maplegate Country Club. And this is a golf course, obviously, but seasonal disc golf course. Only on weekends you can come down here. I'll show you the exact location where we are right here.
$10 per round.
$10 per round, and we're right here now on hole 1, and it's already like a 1,000-foot hole, it seems like. So this place is a crusher, and it's absolutely beautiful. If you look around, very nice.
Okay. So
but I have a chance for an eagle, of course. Couldn't throw much better than that. Oh, I thought I made it. Sick putt. Oh, sick, dude.
okay, not bad.
Hey, that's what I wanted.
Jesus.
Is that the reddest basket you've ever seen? That's probably the most red basket in the history of baskets. What a place, what a place. Casey versus red basket. Whoa, holy shank job. Oh!
Taj Mahal.
Taj Mahal.
Yep. No, not unless you give up whose truck it was in.
That looks tasty.
Then you're not getting it.
Good shot.
All right. Yeah.
Not bad for a little shrimp.
Oh, thanks.
And
Nice shot,
she
Emily.
crushed it.
Nice.
Hey, money.
Okay, good.
I'll hook you up with somewhere.
We're trying to get baskets too. The course is actually talking about buying.
Quick.
No, it's fine. He's got it.
Wow, Casey, what a pro.
Catching air, baby. Oh,
Hey.
thank you.
Nice job. Disc fishing. Oh, sorry, Casey. Great stuff. Out here at Maplegate Country Club. Man, it's nice out here. Why are golf courses always so nice? Probably because they spend millions of dollars on keeping it up.
Yeah. Ooh, delicious.
Ah, just for rip it, let it rip. There you go. Good shot. Get some.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ah.
Man.
Hit it. Wow. Huge putt for Casey. Oh, so close. Guys, I don't really know what I'm filming out here. I'm just holding the camera on us, throwing, and it's just laid back. But I thought this course is perfect for doing a 360 tutorial. This was requested. I've gotten tons of messages about this throughout the years and never really done it. I'm gonna wind up a 360 for you guys, put it in super slow-mo and break it down for you, just so you can check it out and maybe I'll learn something too. All right guys, here we are. Welcome to the analysis of my 360 throw and 360s in general-ish. And I don't know exactly where this is going, but I'm gonna try to go through it in slow motion, frame by frame, and try to explain what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and what are the key points of a successful 360. Because if done correctly, a 360 backhand throw is the most powerful and effective way to throw a disc. Far, not accurate. All the accuracy goes away when doing this. Not all of it, but most of it. So I learned my 360 from one of the best teachers back in the day, probably 2001 world distance record holder from Germany, Chris Max Vogt, taught me back in Berlin. I don't remember what year, but I was a little boy, and he had one of the best 360s in the world. And as humbly and as least cocky as I can possibly say this, now I think that I have one of the most effective and best 360s in the world. It feels kind of bad to say that about myself, but I think it's, according to reality, it's true. Very humble, Simon, very humble. Thanks. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's get right into it. And let's check this out one time just in slow motion. Check out my form. And yeah, you can see it's a very different motion than a normal X step. Way less control, way more speed. I always say, guys, slow feet, fast hands. In a 360, that does not apply anymore. It is all around a fast movement. Like a 360 run up full power, when I was in the desert throwing for the world record, my run ups were sometimes like up to 30 feet. So you really are building momentum, trying to put your body in the best position to throw as far as you physically can. That's the goal. All right, so a couple key points here. Obviously, starting forward, you can see my right arm already is straight and it's kind of like swinging back and forth, loosening up, getting ready to become the slingshot. First crucial step is this one right here. You can see the rotation starts here and my right arm goes forward in front of me. I think what I do with my right arm before I throw is very interesting and kind of the key to why I have such a powerful 360. Because it goes forward in front of me, then way out wide behind me, then back forward, angled, then extended, and then through. And I think these back and forth motions create like a whip slingshot effect that most people miss. And we will also look at Casey's 360 right after this, and we can kind of compare the two and see a couple differences, and this might also help you to create your own 360. All right, so here, left foot goes forward. This is the first step into the rotation. Right foot comes in front of it, and as my right foot goes in front to turn me around, you can see my right arm goes from all the way in front of me, here, to once I plant all the way behind me. And that was supposed to stop, and it didn't. All right, right here. I think this is one of the keys to my 360, is exactly that move. From back here to right there. From front to back. My right foot goes all the way sideways. I'm starting to turn my upper body around. And now as my left foot plants, you can see my entire body switches. So that's really the key step right here. Let's go back. From here, look at my hips. Still pointing almost forward to switch all the way around here. And the transition here from the right to the left foot is almost like a transition just from the right foot to, again, the right foot. So the left foot is only used as a quick balance point and then to push forward into the right foot. So let's just look at the feet right now. Left foot lands on your toe and then pushes forward into the right foot and plant. One more time backwards. Here we go. Okay, so left foot forward, right foot across, upper body turns the other way, then upper body turns back, and right here you see my arm is not extended anymore. And I think that is extremely key, that my arm goes from here to straight. The split second my front foot plants is the split second my arm extends. So let's look at this frame by frame. Look at my right arm, look at my right foot. Plant, right arm extends. Right arm is bent, plant, right arm extends. That timing, that split second, can really make or break a shot. I mean, obviously it won't cost you 100 feet, but it might cost you the 30, 40, 50 extra feet that you've been looking for. But obviously in a 360, all the timing is very difficult to do, and I've been doing it since I'm 12 years old, so it's just all natural, and I've been super lucky to start this sport early, obviously. Then the pull through, pretty much exactly what a normal shot would be. I'm kind of angled here in a weird way just because I'm throwing this disc on a pretty massive hyzer, as you can see. So, a little unusual. I'm throwing a DD3, which is a bit understable, so I'm making sure I just don't flip it into the woods on the right. Then the follow through, of course, you gotta release all the power. But this shot was probably pushing 600, maybe even beyond 600 feet. I actually smoked that one pretty good. All right, let's look at Casey's form once. When I can find it here. So Casey's run up, we're just gonna play it through one time and then look at it a bit closer. Little background to Casey. Casey can throw, like, he can throw the disc well. He can probably push 500 feet. And I remember when we recorded this, he was pretty convinced that his 360 is very good. I think it's good. I don't know if it's very good. I know Casey's probably watching this, but I will put us side by side and then go through the slight differences we have and why I think that mine is more effective. But you can see Casey loosening up the right arm, building momentum, running up, same kind of footwork. Here comes the transition. His arm, his right arm, kind of does the same mine does, by like swinging around, coming from front to behind him. Not as much and not as exaggerated as I do it. And then swing through. He slightly over rotates his arm, so he's pulling kind of from behind him and not in a straight line. But no blames. And then nice follow through. Very nice form. It's a good 360. I've seen way worse, obviously. Okay, and now let's look at them side by side. If I can find that. Here we go. All right, side by side. I timed it so our release point is like at the exact same frame. And you can just see minor differences. So I'm gonna try and point them out and go from there. So first one, how do we hold our disc? Pretty similar here, not many differences. I'm slightly more straight than he is. This is also recorded in tiny bit different angles, and he's also throwing more of a straight shot, I'm throwing more of a hyzer. So it's not ideal to compare these two shots, but that's what we're working with, guys, and that's what we're trying to make the best of it. All right, and now moving the right arm backwards. You can see where my arm goes, extended, and his arm is almost extended, but doesn't go around this whole way. And then here on the reach back, this is, I think, the key difference and the key why I think I can throw further than most and a bit further than Casey too. Look at my right arm, not extended. Casey's right arm, from this point on, from here until he is on his full reach back, doesn't change at all. Like, he never uses his elbow in his reach back. It's always a straight arm, straight arm, straight arm until he goes forward. If you look at my arm goes from extended to not extended to extended and then shooting forward. Also, I'm reaching back in a bit of a straighter line than he is. So it's just these tiny little things. One last little difference here, if you look at my reach back and his reach back, are left arms. Mine is opened up, making all this room for my shoulders to rotate. It's out here, also building momentum. So when I pull through, my left arm is coming in too. So that just adds to the explosiveness. And Casey's left arm, which a lot of players do also, is like inside and kind of like in the way of his shoulders rotating all the way, opening up the whole way. Like, this just stops your body kind of from reaching back in a better way. And also you lose the momentum from swinging your left arm in like I do. But then at the point of release, his arm is nice and straight, close to his body. So it's just these tiny little things, I think, that can make a difference. Also, I've obviously been doing it for 15 years. Which helps. Casey's still a youngster. Let's look at my shot in full speed. I just love the sound of the disc when it comes out on a 360. It's just so fast, such a cool sound. It's almost like a jet. All right, one more time in full speed. Boom. That actually turned over into the woods. That was my roller disc. But the best thing always is to not overthink things. The more you think while you try and do something the right way, the more complicated and the harder it gets probably. So I always say just try and do it what feels natural to you. Record yourself and then compare it. You have my slow-mos here. It's very easy to screen record your phone to grab the video off of YouTube. There's other ways too, but compared to my form, and I think the key points are obviously timing, which is split seconds, which is very hard to teach, very hard to learn. It's just kind of something you got to figure out over time, repetition, practice, videoing yourself. And then I think the key, what I do, what most people don't do, is this front to back to front, bent to extended to forward, kind of like a rubber band, kind of. I always think of it like cocking a gun. It's like, does that, I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah, rewatch the slow-mos. 360s are obviously one of the funnest shots to throw. I've done it in a tournament a couple times just for the fans. And enjoy the rest of the video. And thanks for tuning in.
Woo!
Anna. Hey! Hey!
Nice.
Oh, sick. Oh, sorry. Chest bump. Alright guys, sun is going down. What a day. We filmed 3 vlogs today. 2 at Sunnymead and 1 out here at Maplegate. And it's been fun. I'm not sure when I'm going to post these, but if you are in the Massachusetts area and want to play a crusher course with some awesome views and some very sweet holes, then come out here on a weekend. $10 for a round, and just bring all your distance drivers because you'll need them on every hole. This place opens February 8th and stays open till St. Patrick's Day. So make sure you make it out here because it's a pleasure, it's a joy, it's fun. I hope you go out there and crush some 360s now because, as you can see, it's very easy. That's why almost no one can do it correctly. So thanks for watching, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't yet, and see you at the next one. Cool.